Medications like Ozempic have exploded in popularity over the last few years. Millions of people around the world are using these treatments to help manage weight, improve blood sugar control, and address metabolic health. And as more men start using these medications, a question has started coming up more and more often. What happens to testosterone while someone is taking Ozempic? Some men worry that rapid weight loss might reduce their hormones. Others wonder if the medication itself could somehow interfere with testosterone production. And some people even report changes in energy levels during the early stages of weight loss, which makes them wonder if their hormone levels are changing. So the real question becomes this: does Ozempic actually lower testosterone in men, or could the opposite sometimes happen? Hi, I'm Dr. Fashir, a men's health physician, and in this video, we're going to break down how medications like Ozempic affect the body, how weight loss interacts with testosterone levels, and what the scientific research currently tells us about hormone changes in men who are losing weight. Because the reality is that the relationship between body weight, metabolism, and testosterone is more complex than most people realize. To understand what might happen to testosterone during weight loss, we first need to understand how body fat and hormones interact with each other. Most people think of body fat as simply stored energy, but biologically speaking, fat tissue is actually very metabolically active. It produces hormones, inflammatory signals, and enzymes that can influence many systems throughout the body. One of the most important enzymes produced by fat tissue is called aromatase. Aromatase converts testosterone into another hormone called estradiol. Now, estradiol is a normal hormone in men as well as women, and men do need small amounts of it for healthy bone density, brain function, and cardiovascular health. But when body fat levels increase significantly, the amount of testosterone that gets converted into estradiol can also increase. Over time, this can contribute to lower circulating testosterone levels. This is one of the reasons why obesity is often associated with lower testosterone levels in men. In fact, several studies have shown that men with higher body fat percentages frequently have lower total and free testosterone compared to men with healthier body compositions. A review published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism highlighted that obesity is strongly associated with reduced testosterone levels and impaired hormonal regulation. Researchers sometimes refer to this as a cycle. Increased body fat can lower testosterone levels, and lower testosterone can make it easier to accumulate additional fat tissue over time. So if excess body fat can contribute to lower testosterone levels, what happens when someone loses weight? In many cases, testosterone levels actually improve. Multiple clinical studies have shown that weight loss, especially fat loss, can lead to measurable increases in testosterone levels. For example, research published in Obesity Reviews analyzed multiple weight loss interventions and found that men who lost significant amounts of weight often experience increases in circulating testosterone levels. This happens partly because reducing fat tissue decreases the amount of testosterone that is converted into estradiol. As this conversion decreases, the hormonal balance can gradually shift back toward healthier testosterone levels. Now, this brings us back to medications like Ozempic. Ozempic belongs to a class of medications known as GLP-1 receptor agonists. These medications were originally developed to help regulate blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. But researchers quickly discovered something interesting. These medications also have powerful effects on appetite regulation and weight loss. They influence appetite centers in the brain, slow down stomach emptying, and help people feel full sooner during meals. As a result, many individuals naturally consume fewer calories throughout the day. Over time, this can lead to significant weight loss. And when significant fat loss occurs, the hormonal environment in the body often begins to change. In many men, this improved metabolic environment can actually support healthier testosterone levels. However, there are a few nuances that are important to understand. During periods of rapid weight loss, the body sometimes goes through temporary metabolic adjustments. When calorie intake drops significantly, the body can temporarily shift hormone levels as it adapts to a new energy balance. This isn't unique to medications like Ozempic. Similar changes can occur during aggressive dieting, extended fasting, or very low-calorie weight loss programs. During these phases, some men may notice temporary changes in energy levels, mood, or physical performance. but these adjustments are usually temporary as the body stabilizes. Over the longer term, improvements in metabolic health often support improvements in hormonal balance. There's another factor that also plays an important role here: insulin resistance. Many men who struggle with weight gain also experience some degree of insulin resistance. This means that the body's cells do not respond to insulin as effectively, which can lead to higher circulating insulin levels. Elevated insulin levels are associated with several metabolic changes that may negatively affect testosterone production. When insulin resistance improves, hormonal balance often improves as well. Weight loss medications like Ozempic can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and improve overall metabolic health. And when the metabolic environment improves, testosterone regulation can improve as well. For example, a study published in Diabetes Care observed that improvements in insulin sensitivity and reductions in body fat were associated with increases in testosterone levels in men with metabolic dysfunction. In other words, when the underlying metabolic environment becomes healthier, the hormonal environment often improves alongside it. Now, before we continue, if you're still watching and finding this helpful, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It really helps support the channel and allows me to keep creating more evidence-based content about men's health and hormone balance. Let's continue. Another concern that sometimes comes up is the idea that rapid weight loss might somehow signal the body to suppress testosterone production. But in most cases, the body responds positively to improved metabolic conditions. When inflammation decreases, when insulin levels stabilize, and when excess body fat decreases, the environment for hormone production often becomes more favorable. That said, the way someone loses weight still matters. Extreme calorie restriction, inadequate protein intake, and lack of resistance training can all negatively influence muscle mass and hormone balance. That's why a balanced approach to weight loss is so important. Adequate protein intake, regular resistance training, proper sleep, and medical supervision all help support hormone health during periods of weight loss. Because hormones don't operate in isolation, they respond to the entire environment of the body, including sleep, nutrition, stress levels, and metabolic health. Another factor that sometimes surprises people is how strongly sleep quality affects testosterone production. Most daily testosterone production actually occurs during deep sleep. If sleep becomes disrupted, testosterone levels may decline over time. And interestingly, weight loss can sometimes improve sleep quality as well. For example, individuals who lose weight may experience improvements in breathing patterns during sleep and reductions in conditions like sleep apnea. Improved sleep can further support healthier testosterone production. So when we step back and look at the big picture, medications like Ozempic are not known to directly suppress testosterone production. Instead, by helping people lose excess body fat and improve metabolic health, these treatments may actually create conditions that support healthier testosterone levels in many men. But as always, the full picture depends on the individual. Factors like nutrition, sleep quality, physical activity, underlying health conditions, and overall metabolic health all play a role. If you're considering weight loss treatments and you're concerned about hormone balance, it's worth discussing these questions with a physician who understands both metabolic health and hormonal regulation. Because improving overall health often leads to improvements in hormonal balance as well. And remember, the goal of any medical treatment is not just weight loss on a scale. The goal is improving overall health, metabolic function, and long-term well-being. If you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And let me know in the comments, have you noticed changes in your energy levels or overall health during weight loss? I'm Dr. Fashir, and I'll see you in the next video.